all right, ladies and gentlemen. We got a great story and show for you guys today. I'm Uncle Nerd, and this is my co-host, Dick Richards.exe malfunction detected. That is his new name right now. And we got a good show in store for y'all today. We're going to talk about the passing of Gavin Macleod. We're also going to talk about Cruella. We're going to talk about the Friends reunion, a couple of video games, and maybe some other stuff. So, Kenny, introduce yourself. Let them know where you're from. Let you all about what you like, what you don't like.
Howdy, I'm a dirtbag from California. I collect toys, I smoke weed, I play with knives, and sometimes I have a whole bunch of busted up gloves so I take pictures of them because they're fun to look at.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. My type of man right there. I'm like, man, what's your week been like, bro? What you been up to?
It's chilling, man. I'll be actually collecting things so I can start getting ready to paint some acid rain shit. So it's like buying paint and looking for fucking tiny brushes with like little itty bitty fucking bristles and shit. Settled on some Tamiya joints because they had like the smallest detail ones I could find.
Right.
So right now I'm actually just waiting for some paint seal to get here so I can start painting and sealing shit up. I got a few like little tiny vests and things I'm trying to paint up. So yeah, hopefully since I got the next week off, I get everything lined up. Get some nice
Mhm.
customs all banged out and finished.
Sounds good. Sounds
Yeah.
good. Oh man, it's been a busy week for me, ladies and gentlemen. If you didn't know, I've been uploading very often to the YouTube channel. So go there, check out some action figure reviews. This show, as we speak right now, is being shot to YouTube. Is going to Facebook, YouTube. So there's no reason why you can't catch our content. But I would prefer if you guys check over on YouTube to at least sign up and go subscribe to us, follow us, like us, so on and so forth, so that we can get them views up, And if I make some money from it, I give y'all a better show. You don't have to look at my ugly grill. No, you don't have to look at my ugly office in the background that I keep trying to clean, but I keep stopping in between watching anime, watching TV shows, crying, all
Yeah, I'm
that.
doing the same thing. Like my shit's a continuous project to finish up and look right. Then I find shit to do. Like I'll be getting toy in the mail that stops me dead in my tracks from
Oh
finishing.
man, you know me. I'm full of ADHD. I'll be like cleaning up and I'll be like, oh man, look.
Man, motherfuckers at ADHD, I just say it's multitasking, man. I'm getting
Oh
more than
yeah,
one
oh
shit
yeah.
done, you know?
Kenyatta, what's up, brother? We got our wonderful friend here, Kenyatta, longtime supporter and fan of the Facebook page. Kenyatta, what is happening, my brother? What is going on? We're gonna do a couple of movie reviews and TV show reviews for you today. But first off, I want to pay my respects to Gavin Macleod, okay? Because I mean, I'm sorry. I grew up watching this dude, man. I
I
grew
love
up
the
like
Love Boat, man. Yeah.
I loved him in Love Boat. I loved him in it was a couple other shows
Mary
he was
Tyler Moore.
on. Mary Tyler Moore. Yep, he was in all of those, man. All of those. I mean, we just losing all of them. But then again, you got to think about it. These people, a lot of people get
They're
upset.
old. He
Yeah,
was old back in the day as a captain.
we were little kids, and like we was watching the Jokers when we was like what? Like I remember when I was a baby, watching with my bottle looking at this young one, you know,
Yeah.
and he was
You know,
going all had a little gray hair there. You know what I'm
that's
saying?
the thing. It's I think what it was is just motherfuckers aged a lot harder than these days, man. Like motherfucker would be 30 and look 50 back in the day.
You ain't lying.
You
You
have a lot
ain't
of that
lying, bro.
too.
You are not lying, man. These new Jokers, these news, they be looking crazy. Crazy. So over here at the New York Times, it says Gavin Macleod, Mary Tyler Moore, and Love Boat actor dies at 90. After years as a journeyman with a long list of credits but little name recognition, he found stardom on two of the biggest television hits of the 1970s and 80s.
It's the captain,
Gavin
right?
McLeod, who's tasted stardom after years as a journeyman actor, when he landed roles on two of the most successful television series of the 1970s and 80s. The news writer Murray Slaughter on the Mary Tyler Moore Show and Captain Merle Steubing on the Love Boat died on Saturday at his home in Palm Desert, California. He was 90. His nephew Mark C, said that the cause was unknown, but that Mr. McLeod had recently had health problems. When he was invited to audition to the pilot of the Mary Tyler Moore Show in 1970, Mr. McLeod was almost 40. See?
Ooh,
A
damn.
recovering alcoholic and still looking for a breakthrough role after more than a dozen years of modest stage, film, and television credits, notably on the sitcom McHale's Navy.
Yep,
Yep.
yep, I remember.
Yes, that's right. I remember that used to come on very early in the morning. Like if you got up on like a Friday or Saturday, McHale's Navy would be on TV on like Channel, well, for us, like what they call Fox now, on Channel 5 and stuff like that. The audition was for the role of Lou Grant, the gruff newsroom boss of Miss Moore's Mary Richards, a sweet-natured associate news producer at a fictional Minneapolis television station. But Mr. McLeod asked instead if he could read for the more understated role of Murray, saying he felt more comfortable playing Mary's co-worker than her superior. The Lou Grant role went to Ed Asner. Yep. The Mary Tyler Moore Show, running from 1977 to 1977, became one of the most acclaimed comedies in the television history, winning Emmys and a devoted audience, not least because it centered on a young single professional woman, still an adventurous premise at the time, and offered quick-witted comedy with generous doses of the real world, addressing serious topics like drug use, homosexuality, women's rights, and premarital sex. As Murray, the balding, humble, let me scroll up a bit, head writer and Mary's office best friend, Mr. McLeod, was given to firing zingers at the show's other regulars, especially the pompously vain anchorman, Ted Baxter. Ted Knight, a longtime friend and of Mr. McLeod, he saw Murray as an everyman character. And it goes on and on and on, but it tells a lot of what he was into. And it says Gavin MacLeod, the older of two children, was born Alan George, see on February 28, 1931, in Mount Kisco, New York, in Westchester County. His family later moved to the nearby Pleasantville. His father, George, was an electrician who died of cancer in 1945. His mother, Margaret Shea C., had worked for Reader's Digest. Who did he leave behind? I want to see who he left behind, because I could be reading this all day. And no, I'm not, trying to, shorten or dissolve anything that he stood for. But I'm just trying to see how many kids he left behind. Okay, it says right here that after his divorce, he married Patty Kendick, a dancer, in 1974. They also divorced in 1982, but remarried in 1985, by which time they had both become born-again Christians. Mr. McLeod documented their story, as well as his decades-long struggle with alcoholism, in a 1987 book, Back on Course, the remarkable story of a divorce that ended in remarriage. In addition to his wife, he is survived by two sons, Keith and David, two daughters, Megan McLeod, Launier, and Julie McLeod, Ruffino, 10 grandchildren. Wow, that's great. One great-grandchild and a brother, Ron C. Mr. McLeod became active in religious-oriented entertainment, hosting programs on the Trinity Broadcasting Network and starring in Christian-themed films like Time Changer and The Secrets of Jonathan. His later television work also included great starring roles on The King of Queens. Yes, right. Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely. Yep. They're right. Touched by an Angel and Oz, the HBO prison drama.
Yep. Yeah. How could you forget?
Really?
Sure. Who was he in Oz, though, man?
You're right. You're absolutely right.
I used to watch the shit out of Oz.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
According to his autobiography, Mr. McLeod quit television in the middle of an audition for an episode of Cold Case and returned to what he said was his greatest professional love, theater. He did do some television work after that, but most of his work for the rest of his life was in stage productions in Los Angeles. Yeah. Rest in peace, Gavin MacLeod. Rest in peace, brother. I mean, I loved watching his stuff when I was a kid.
Yeah, he's one of those fixtures on TV that was just on pretty much every other show you've seen.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I loved watching his stuff about it when I was a kid. Man, we're losing them, but at the same token, when you think about it, like I said, and you brought this up many shows ago, like, these people are old now. They're old. He pretty much got his career really took off when he was in his 40s. In his 40s. You know what I'm saying? So that's back in the 70s?
That's a hard 40 then, man.
Right.
And to end of 90, that's
a long time. He was an alcoholic and everything.
Married a dancer, quote unquote. This motherfucker was doing it, man.
You think maybe that dancing drama is what kept him alive?
I'm telling you, man, because David said they was born again together. They was into some shit if they had to get born again. That's a red flag. Oh, they born again with a dancer, huh? Yeah, he was doing it.
Man.
Yeah, man.
Oh man, goddamn.
Yeah, one hell of a life.
I don't know. All I can say is Gavin MacLeod, man. You brought a lot of happiness to it. And the thing about it is, me and my mother, we watch Love Boat, on Pluto TV. We watch Love Boat, Love Boat channel all the time. I love Pluto TV. I love Pluto.
Pluto's phenomenal.
Yeah, Pluto and Tubi.
Tubi's great.
I'm done. No, Pluto, Tubi, and what's the other one you hooked me on to? Retro
Crush.
Crush.
Yeah.
Retro Crush. Man, I've been on. It's sometimes I'll just turn that thing on and just let it rock. I went and got a premium subscription with that.
Yeah, they have all the classics up in there,
They got
man. That's
all
the
the
coolest
classic,
thing.
the good stuff, and they're not cut either. Because I watched what was that? You know how I usually find out if they're editing stuff or whatever the case may be? I go to something like Violence Jack. They got Violence Jack up there.
Oh, it's all there too.
Yeah, it's uncut. So I was like, oh man, I said, this is the real deal right here. Man. But yeah.
Show it all.
Yeah, but yeah, rest in peace, Gavin Macleod. Well, you're gonna be sorely missed, brother. We will sorely miss you. Oh boy. Yeah. So next up, we are going to talk about what I watched. And I know, Kenny, more than likely you're not gonna watch this, but you know I watch everything, and I love villain films. I love villain films. I'm a big fan of Maleficent. I'm a big fan of like other villain films like The Joker, which they're making a part 2 to. I love villain stories or origin stories to see where they came from or what made them fall from grace or become the individuals that they were. Because a lot of times when you read their origin story, you come to find out sometimes the heroes are the ones that are the jerk offs. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, I just want to turn this lady into like a straight bitch once where dogs can ghosts and shit. That's crazy.
Honestly,
how do you heroize that?
If you watch the film now, okay, let me share this with you guys real quick. All right. Over here, we got Cruella to share this right here. And Cruella right here was made in 2021. Is rated PG-13. It stars Emma Stone and was directed by Craig Gillespie. Writers Dana Fox, Tana McNamara, Aline Brosh McKenna. Stars Emma Stone, Emma Thompson, and Joel Fry. Now, I will say, maybe I'm impartial or like I like Emma Stone. I like the big wide-eyed look that she has and stuff like that. As an actress, I like her as an actress. I always felt as though Emma Stone, if they were to ever do a Set Tours film, that she would be able to play one of the characters very well.
Yeah. You're right. Yeah. The bug-eye look for sure.
Yeah, she has those big, wide, like insect-type eyes and stuff like that. And I wouldn't say she's extremely beautiful, but her eyes are her lure. You know what I'm saying? Big, wide, kind of like separated eyes are her lure to me.
Like a powerful crackhead.
Yeah. Well, you know what? It's another actress that mimics her that has that terrestrial look about them. Oh God, what's her name? Well, it's two other ones. Remember the one that was in The Dame to Die For? The
Sin City sequel? Yeah.
She has those weird looking, like flat, long, like Cro-Magnon brow eyes and stuff like that.
It's the Cro-Magnon brow eyes.
Yeah, like the
like the sloping
brow, like, another woman. And remember when they kind of like remade this show that was kind of like Species, and it was a girl where like the guy ended up mating with her in a shed.
Was this on Fox or some shit, dude?
It was a real movie. I forgot the name of it. But yeah, all those girls with that weird wide eye or like terrestrial looking, like that gray looking eye look, you know what I'm saying? I'm kind of attracted to them in a kind of way. But I must say, Emma Stone did
You said sex herself.
Yeah, I guess that's the action figure lover in me.
Oh man,
I want an alien.
Oh shit.
So Emma Stone did a fantastic job in portraying Cruella de Vil. Now, the story takes place. What I like is that they didn't try to modernize it. They didn't try to modernize it, but at the same token, they put it mid-tier. Whereas 101 Dalmatians pretty much I felt as though took place in like the 20s and 30s in certain aspects. This one right here took place in like the 60s and 70s, which made it work. It made it work.
So is this after?
No, it's a retelling. It's a retelling. It's a retelling. But it worked, Kenny. Believe me when I tell you. I guess the only films that Disney can get right when it comes to their brand are villains, because this right here was very, very good. Emma Stone portrayed Cruella de Vil very, very well. Emma Thompson, who portrayed, I would say, like, who portrayed like I would say the bitch of the film, or the Baroness as she was. You start to see, as you watch it, you see the correlation between the two, between Emma Stone and the Baroness. One thing I will say though, the soundtrack on here at first to me was a bit overwhelming, because it seemed like they were just throwing just throwing song after song after song. But after
Is
a
this a
while,
musical?
no, 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 it's not a musical, but it's actually done very, very well. It's done very well. It's well paced. I mean, like the whole tone of the film fits the movie. You won't feel like it's a complete detachment from 101 Dalmatians. And again, people have to understand this is her origin story. And again, when you think about it, it fits in line with the 101 Dalmatians live action film, because this takes place to when she's younger. You know what I mean? So when you do the timeline thing, it kind of like works.
Question: Did it feel like Disney trying to do Girl Joker?
A little bit, but no. At first, I thought that's where they were going, and I was about to say this is corny, but no, they didn't. It wasn't no Harley Quinn type of thing. It wasn't no Joker type of thing, because that's what, honestly, that's the big. Excuse me. That's the main reason why I took the time to watch this, because I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan of Disney villains. I like the villains for some reason. Because being that I was a fan of Maleficent, I thought I would watch this. I watched this, and I was pleasantly surprised and pleased with it. Very much so. I mean, all the characters played their role very well. I only saw only one time in the very beginning, there was this little woke junk, the quote unquote "see me roar" type of thing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was only mentioned once. But as it went along, it kept pace. It wasn't a whole bunch of like woke nonsense. It was just written very well. The clothes being, and like, for people that are fashionistas that love fashion, love this, love classic music, love like 70s, 60s, and 70s rock, you will love this. You will absolutely love this. I think Emma Stone played a fantastic, fantastic Cruella de Vil. I would definitely suggest to people to watch this that are fans of 101 Dalmatians. And know what I like is that it didn't center around, you saw the Dalmatians and you saw the reason why she had an affinity or propensity towards not liking them. You know what I mean? Those right there, those two were her goons. And if you remember in the 101 Dalmatians, those were kind of like her henchmen. But yeah, Emma Stone, she looked great in this film. I don't know. Oh, look who it is. Look who it is.
Of course.
That's my boy.
He
That's
shows up
my
in every
boy.
episode now.
Yep, that's my boy. He gonna be, you know what? He gonna be the new mascot. That's the new
I
mascot
was gonna say he may as well be a sponsor because he's always there.
for real. It wasn't too much like forced diversity in there and stuff like that.
Good.
I thought this was going to be girl power mess, and it wasn't. It really wasn't. It told a good story. Damn, Emma Stone looked good, don't she?
I will say this too, man. Anybody that knows dogs, fucking Dalmatians are assholes.
Yes, they are. They are
snap.
not nice dogs, and
They
they're up there with
don't snap on
They're,
the owners.
they're up there with Dobermans. The older they get,
Yeah.
the more crazy they become, because they said something about their brain swelling or
Yeah.
something like that.
Like
And
they'll just snap on you. All of a
Yeah, they
sudden they
will.
start fucking trying to tear you up and shit.
Yeah.
So
And you also, as you watch the film, you come to find and see like this right here. Everybody thought it was going to be a mockery of like the Joker or Harley Quinn. No, this was its own film, and I'm very glad that they didn't try to copycat, like the Joker or anything like that. Anybody said if anybody was to come to me and be like, oh, it was nothing like, it was just Harley Quinn. No, Harley Quinn film, what was that? The Birds of Prey wished they did that film as well as they did this one. Yes, I would suggest anyone watch this. I mean, like, even from a male's perspective, it's a good film. It's
dude, just good, huh?
It's good. It's good. It's good. And I went in there with the premise like, oh boy, this is gonna be a woke mess, and it wasn't. It wasn't. It told a good villain film, a very good villain film, and the roles that they gave, the role that they put Emma Stone in, it fit her. I never thought she could really pull it off, especially like, stressing with the English accent and everything like that. But she did it very well. She did it very well. And yeah, they did show Dalmatians for being vicious and violent. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because it actually is.
Yeah, that's some mean dogs.
Those
She,
motherfuckers are
the Baron,
assholes.
yeah, Emma Thompson, who played what's her name? Who played who played the Baroness? She did a fantastic job of being a bitch, a jerk off, sociopath. This was good. It was very good. And like they didn't make the men seem like they were some old goofballs or anything. They were a team of criminals, honestly. That's how they ended up, if when you watch it, you'll see what I'm talking about because I don't want to divulge too much to what people are like, oh, why are you telling the story? But it's good. It's very good. It's very good. It seems to me, like I stated before, the only good films they do are their villain films when it comes to Disney. Because I did enjoy Maleficent. Maleficent 2 was good, but Maleficent, the first one, and they picked the right women to play these roles too. You know? So I mean, like, ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't seen it, check out Cruella. Cruella was very good. They give it a 7.4 out of 10 over here on IMDb. I think it should be rated a bit higher because one thing I can say, they do show death in it. You understand what I'm saying? They show death. And it's just a dark story, but you see why she turned into what she turned into. It's pretty much kind of like a Maleficent thing, but you see why she turned into what she turned into. And as you progress further on, you be like, wow, that was really messed up.
How
And you
long was
see,
it running this movie?
this movie, how long did it run? It ran for about like, they should have the time up here.
I mean,
2 hours, 14 minutes.
did it
But it
feel like a
doesn't,
2 hour slog, or because
no,
some
it
movies
didn't
just
feel
feel
like
their
it. It
age?
didn't feel like it. It didn't feel like it. And what I like is that they stuck to the core elements of what Cruella de Vil is. You also see how she developed her name and everything like that, which was cool. Which was cool. It was real cool. I enjoyed it. If you enjoyed the Joker, you'll like this. Because a lot of people didn't like. Well, I enjoyed the Joker because I mean it played off more like a psychotic. It was like it reminded me of Taxi Driver,
Yeah, that's what they're trying to
and
do.
yeah, that's
For
why I
sure,
like
for sure.
Taxi Driver is one of my all-time favorite films. But yeah, definitely check this out. And I mean, like it had all-star cast. You had Joel Fry, who played as one of her henchmen as Jasper, Paul Walter Hauser as Horace, John McCreary as Artie, and Catherine as Emily Beecham, which was her mother. It was just full. It was full of actors and stuff like that, and it was good. It was
Yeah.
good. It was good. Put it like this: for every person that was, for every, say, like how they like to have this, how they like to have it with the men get tortured, but nothing happens to the no. Everybody was getting the business in this.
That's good.
Everybody got treated like crap. Everybody got treated like whatever. But you see how she formed her gang and how she amassed her power and how she became the person she was. So me myself, out of 5 nerd pins, I would give this a 4.5.
That's pretty high for a
I
Disney
would give
film.
it a 4.5.
Wow, that's impressive
Yep.
for a Disney
I would give
flick,
it a
especially.
4.5. It's up there with Maleficent, and I love Maleficent. A
That's a
lot of people may
solid.
laugh and be like, "Oh, you like Maleficent." Yeah, it's good. I like Maleficent. Maleficent was good, very good. He said the name of the movie that you're thinking of is Splice. Yes, Splice. That was it.
I
Splice.
remember that one.
Splice.
Yeah, the bitch
Like,
was kind of like a
have
cat
you ever
person.
seen her without her makeup? That girl without her makeup, she still looks like an alien a little bit. She
Yeah,
got like
some
those
movies got that face.
large separated eyes and like
Yeah,
Yep, Adrian Brody, absolutely. That's the one I was talking about, Kenyatta. Yep, absolutely. But yeah, next up, we're going to talk about the Friends reunion. Friends
I was
reunion.
kind of confused about that because I thought that was gonna be like an episode of an actual fucking show, like they were doing a sitcom thing.
In a way it was, and I'll tell you why. But it worked. It really, really worked. Now, I've always been a fan of Friends. You know what I mean? I like Seinfeld, but I tell people, I only like Seinfeld for the supporting cast. That was it. I never really liked Seinfeld himself on the show. But when it came to those on
I've
the
heard that from multiple people. That's like the chief complaint about Seinfeld was Jerry himself.
yeah, honestly, when you think about it, I mean, like when you really look at it,
He was the weakest on
Without
the
that
show.
cast, that show would have been canceled within the first month. I'm telling you. Just think about doing a show with Jerry Seinfeld. Just take everybody else away and put Jerry Seinfeld in there with anybody, and it wouldn't. It just didn't work. When
He
you
did
think
have his
about it,
moments.
the antics surrounding his neighbors, his friends, and shit is what made the show fucking hilarious. Because when you essentially look at it, everybody on Seinfeld was some kind of like scumbag in
Oh,
their
they
own
were
way.
all
Sociopath.
scumbag. That's why I
Yeah,
liked
they
it.
were like sociopaths and shit like
They
that.
reminded me of people I'd hang out with. I was like, hey, this scumbag just like me. Yeah, but yeah, Jerry definitely. But he did have his moments. But for the most part, he was the weakest link on that show.
He was. He was. He was. Now, so I decided to watch the Friends reunion, and I will say it was very touching. It was touching as I don't know what, bro. Even from the beginning, you just like they literally left the set, put the set right back together like it was, or just I guess they just left it like that because in some area, like I think it was also a tourist area too. You know what I'm saying? To where like people could come and visit it or whatever the case may
The
be.
studio, yeah, I think
Yeah, the studio. They left it just like it was. And I mean, like, you saw them all coming in and looking and stuff. And, they would show like younger versions of them and older versions of them. And like all of them were just like looking around. It was like, wow. Like, you know what I'm saying? And you could tell like all of them aged and stuff like that. Because when you really think about it, that show was out like almost 20 years ago.
Oh yeah, that's yesterday, man.
Yeah. Yeah. So, we all know everybody that was there. Courtney Cox, Jennifer Aniston, Lisa Kudrow, Matt LeBlanc, Matthew Perry, David Schwimmer, Justin Bieber made a guest appearance. I'm telling you, it was crazy. It was crazy. Yeah. Yeah. If you get a chance, Kenny, just watch it. Because it's really a stroll. Because not only did it take them down memory lane, it took you down memory lane. You'd be like, oh shit. Because they even show like little skits, like little commercials and stuff. You know what I'm saying? That was going on at that time and everything like that. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
And then it was one part in there that really I was like, damn. Like it kind of like hit in the chest. I didn't get watery eyed or nothing, but it was like, damn, like you could tell like some of the actors and actresses were like, because one of them was like, and I don't want to kill it for you because I don't want to kill all of it. They were like, you do know we won't be able to do this again. Like there won't be another 17 or 20 years from now. You know what I'm saying? Like this is it.
That's a hell of a true face in it. Damn.
Yeah. She was like, why don't we spend more time with each other, call each other, talk? Like, you know what I'm saying? Because some of them they done just went on. David Schwimmer was always having his issues and stuff like that. I mean, Matthew Perry was always having issues and stuff like that.
So why did I see something on him though? He looked like he was straight up on goof nuts. That motherfucker was.
Yeah, it just started looking, and you can tell, like, well, from me watching it, you can tell, like, what he was doing and tore that ass up a bit. And it's like,
that motherfucker was slurring like he was on a trip right before the shit.
Yeah,
that dude was just Slurricane City, yo.
Yeah, man. Oh.
He's again. Special guest right there.
Yeah, but it was very, very good. I would suggest anybody that's a fan of Friends, watch this show. It was very good. And I want to play the trailer, but they're not allowing me to play trailers anymore. They striking me for playing trailers. Yeah, I can't play trailers. And this was directed by Ben Winston, written by David Crane and Marta Kaufman, which were the original writers of the show. You know what I mean? Because if you remember, it would say Kaufman, Crane, and all that stuff. Starred Jennifer Aniston, Courtney Cox, Lisa Kudrow, and stuff like that. But you'll be surprised at the people that show up. I don't want to kill it too much for you, but and again, I don't, unless I say it, I'm not going to give out spoilers or anything like that. But this was good. This was very, very, very good. It's a walk down memory lane. You can tell like all of them like had their, because to me, I felt as though Jennifer Aniston was coming off as a little bit of a snob in a way, but by the end of the show, she was just like up there in her feels too. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, like, I thought it was good. I thought it was real good. It deserves the 8.5 that they're giving it. I do feel as though they could have went more into like, I don't know, like they play little games here and there and stuff like that. But The
You
things
know,
that they were bringing
what
up going down
did you give
memory
it?
lane, they hit you in the chest, man. They hit you in the chest. Did Seinfeld ever do this? Do something like this or no?
No, all he did was like a commercial, like a Super Bowl commercial. That's all he ever did.
Yeah.
Hey, I'll tell you what, man. How come they never did nothing for like fucking I don't remember the UPN show, you remember? The Secret Diaries of Desmond Pfeiffer.
Oh my God, you remember that?
Yeah, there's some episodes on YouTube. Cause actually, I was looking for episodes of another show. I was looking to watch Homeboys in Outer Space for some stupid fucking reason. And I'm watching like the pilot episode of Homeboys in Outer Space on the recommended. Here comes fucking. It says UPN's worst show, The Secret Diaries of Desmond Pfeiffer, the slavery sitcom. And I
Yeah,
click on
I
it,
remember that show.
and holy
I
shit,
remember that. That was wild.
yes,
That
it
was,
was.
but you know what? Back that you can never do that now.
No,
Even as a comedy skit, it is not gonna fly.
God
That,
bless if anyone tried these days. Holy shit, would that not fly at all, yo? Damn.
you can't do that now. You cannot do that now. You go to do some junk like that, man.
they,
They gonna
they
have
really, they really said they straight said it's a slavery sitcom, and they pitched it to UPN, and they okayed this shit. Like, yep, run it, run one season.
the,
UPN was crazy back in those days, man.
oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. So I mean, ladies and gentlemen, out of five nerd pins, I would give this a 4.5.
That's pretty
4.5.
high.
It didn't have to there well, you know what, I'll give it a 4 because they could have taken some things out. You could tell like some areas was fluff, you know what I mean? But it was good. It was good. I mean, like Kenny, when you don't have nothing to do, check this out and just watch it.
Now,
Just watch it.
would you have preferred them if they did like an episode just as an episode with the
Yes,
characters
that's
and
what
shit?
people wanted. That's what
Yeah,
people wanted. And they didn't do that. They did, but not really. Not really. You know what I mean?
just like a behind the scenes thing, more like it, huh?
Right, right. And but like from the very beginning, they hit you in the chest like wow. As soon as you come in the door, like wow, feelings, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like they get you all up in there because they start, going through the set, and they was like, "Yo, this is exactly the same." He even it was at one part. He said, "Let me see something. Did they still keep the writing on the table?" Because Courtney Cox sometimes used to write her what do you call it? Her lines down on the kitchen table and read them. So I mean, like it was good. It was really good. It was good. So, ladies and gentlemen, I suggest watch that. It's been two films that I mentioned so far, and again, I have a couple of other films that I'm going to check out this week, so I can bring you guys some reviews. But yeah, it was two films that came out that were actually really, really like the Friends and Cruella were actually really good. And again, unless you're a fan of Friends, you're not really, I would suggest that you definitely go and watch it. But if you're not a fan of Friends, you're not really, really going to feel anything or notice anything. But even if you've watched it on some fly by night junk, you will check it out. Check it out. So I mean, it was good. It was very good. Very, very, very good. I give it 4 out of 5 nerd pins,
That's
man.
a pretty high review.
Yeah, 4 out of 5 nerd pins. So Kenny, I've been seeing you play Man Eater, man. What's going on with that?
Ah, shit, man. I just maxed out my fucking shark. I'm loving the game. For folks that don't know, it's pretty much if you would have done like a Saints Row or a Grand Theft, but you play as a shark. And if anybody remembers the story from the movie Orca, remember Orca, where
Yeah.
they had
Mm-hmm.
taken a shark's family and they cut the baby out and whatever. It's
Yep.
pretty much like that, but it's like the shark version where you're a baby of a shark that gets cut open and you go on your thing when you grow up. The cool thing about the game is when you first started, you play as like a high ranking shark, so you feel powerful and shit, and you kind of
Right.
level up from a baby, like a puppy, all the way like a megalodon when you like fucking add all these upgrades. Like right now, I got this shadow shark shit. So basically, I'm covered in armor. I look like a stealth jet, and I can freeze time and poison motherfuckers as I move around. It's fun shit because you can also get on land, tear motherfuckers up. You could pretty much fly if you get your lungs all worked up enough, which I
Mm-hmm.
do. It's really funny just to fly around and drop down on
Yeah, I
motherfuckers
saw
and
you.
kill
I saw
them.
your shark flying in the fucking air. I was like,
Yeah,
what the fuck?
yeah, man. And then right when you take that and you jump down on somebody, you can pretty much do a dive bite and just eat them in a one fell bite. Because the way it works out is your right trigger is you're chewing. I'd say about 3 bites, and then you hold down the third. You can do an execution bite, so you can spit them out really quick after doing a death roll, and then bite their fucking head off, or toss them in the air, grab them and shit. I
Right.
love the death roll because there's something just fun about grabbing someone and just fucking rolling around until their body pops in half and then swallowing them the rest.
You know,
That shit's so
alligators
fun.
and crocodiles do that shit, right?
Yeah, yeah, that's they're known for that shit, man. It's fun to
Yeah.
fucking look at. You can also there's a thrash mechanic where you can shake motherfuckers like a pit bull and you bite just by moving the left and right thumbstick, and you can disorientate or just completely tear their body apart at that point. Because you're basically, when you max out, you're a megalodon, you're a gigantic shark, you have superpowers and shit all of a sudden. It's really, and I think the DLC actually just got announced, so you'll be taking on like mythical monsters and sea monsters and shit. So I'm looking forward to
Right.
fuck with that. Hell of a game, man. The folks, I think it's even a budget game, so if folks haven't played it, it's like $20 or $30, I think.
Well, I will tell you, I went to go purchase it, and then when I happened to look on Xbox, they would give it to me for free.
Nice, dude. Awesome.
Yeah. Yep. I went to go purchase it, and then when I looked right on Xbox, they would get like, here you go for being and again, I'm not being, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not being endorsed or anything by Xbox or anything like that. But Xbox Game Pass Ultimate is well worth its weight in gold.
It's
No
a solid
bullshit.
service, yeah. It's a
Yeah, because
solid.
I look at it like this: games that I would have purchased and been pissed off about, I tested them out, and I'll be like, nah, never mind, delete.
Yeah.
And when they give them to you, it's pretty much they like, even when if they take them off of their service, they're like, how Netflix takes the show off of their service,
Hmm.
whatever. They literally, when they take it off, they'll just like be like, all right, you can get it for like $5. You
Oh,
know
they'll
what I'm
discount
saying?
the shit too, huh? Yeah, that's cool.
Exactly. They'll be like, you can get it for $5 if you want the deluxe model, $15. So you can't beat it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can't beat it. Put it like
Yeah.
this. I basically saved a shit ton of money on games that I would have purchased and or either been pissed off that I purchased. So I mean, like I enjoy it. I like the Xbox Game Pass Ultimate. I think it's great. I think
That's
it's
a hell of an
absolutely amazing.
experience. Yeah.
Yeah, and with that, I was also playing I got pushed into this program because I'm an ultimate, and I sometimes to do the beta testing for them on certain things and shit. They gave me this thing called PCX Cloud, where it's a streaming service for their video games. And no, it's not. I mean, like it's not bad at all. It's not bad at all. But it's not. I wouldn't say it's up to par as if you were playing on a PC. But I mean, like the streaming was flawless.
Is it a
I had
cloud
no
service?
hiccup.
Like,
Yeah, it's called Cloud PC X Cloud Streaming. I think it is. I know they gave me authorization to go and use it and test it out. They wanted to know if I
oh,
liked it or not.
I know that. Yeah, that's like Steam does that also, where you can.
Right, right.
Yeah, that's a
And
cool
it's
feature.
no,
Yeah.
I mean it's Kenny. I picked a game that uses a lot of speed and high graphics revolving around. I played Doom and like other games that where I'm just
Yeah.
moving the controller around, things are flipping and flopping, and and I didn't get not one frame drop or anything. And I mean I ran
Nice.
it. I ran it for like a good hour and a half. I ran it. And I made sure like I even turned on a bunch of stuff on my computer to see if like, it was if it was gonna hog up resources. Everything came from their server. Everything.
Nice. That's dope.
Yeah. Everything came from their server.
So was
I ran a
you was running
diagnostic.
Xbox games on your PC? What was you doing?
I was what was I? Oh, what when I was playing the game?
Yeah.
I was just running shit, like open up a bunch of shit, like just to see if my like it would start lagging or if it was using
Oh,
the resources. And then I ran, my diagnostic meter
like
on the
benchmarking and shit.
yeah, to see what the benchmark was. Nothing.
Yeah. Nice.
Nothing, bro. Nothing. I was making phone calls to see if like, things would drop or like, I would like switch in and out, like push the graphics up on their end because they let you tweak with stuff as if it was a PC too.
Oh, that's cool. This is was
Yeah.
it games with gold service?
Yeah. Like no, what was it? What was it? I was actually I played Doom, I played a couple of other games. But they give you a list of games that you can play. And they're not like old games. They're like modernized games that just came out or whatever case may be.
Mm. Oh, there's a game you might want to check out. I think it comes out Monday. I actually bought it or first. It's Necromunda Hired Gun. I think it's I think it's actually a Warhammer game, but I'm not sure because I'm not into this shit.
Right.
But it looks like a dope first person shooter. You have like a big ass dog you can customize. It has almost that fast paced looking Doom style to it.
Right.
That shit looks fresh because I just saw an ad for it on fucking Steam. and it's like I think it's on the consoles too. I just had to fucking snap it. Just give me something to fucking new to fuck with.
Mm. Oh, so here we go right here. So I mean, like, what would you give Man Eater? Is it like worth the buy?
Maneater, I'm kind of biased. I have like a shark thing. Everything I play Neo 2. I use the fucking shark thing also. When I play fucking Skyrim, I have a mod installed to turn me into a were shark so I can transform into like a shark
Where
person.
shark?
Yeah. Um. Hell, Way of the Samurai. I have a fucking shark themed sword that's made out of like a shark skin. So everything I've done was pretty much sharky. So me personally, maybe a 5. It'd be all the way up because it's some shit I always wanted to play. Like
Right,
I always wanted to do like an open world shark game. If you remember the old Jaws game, like on Xbox, it's
right,
kind
right,
of like that. And I
right.
I love the fuck out of that game. So to me, this is just something I always wanted. So
Were
5,
you
but
able to tweak with the settings or anything like that? Did you use a trainer or anything like that? No.
I,
Yeah.
I well actually to do all the shit I was doing, I was using a trainer. That's what made it fucking
Cool.
fantastic.
Cool.
You're just maxing out your fucking lung capacity and your health so no one can fucking kill you. Because I'm a big flying shark. Bullets aren't supposed to fucking hurt me. So that's my logic going into it. I can fly, I'm covered in armor, and I can freeze time. Bullets aren't gonna stop this gigantic fucking shark that can also walk on land and all kinds of shit. Which is funny if you remember the fucking stream I had. I was actually creeping up on motherfuckers with a shark. I was stalking, land stalking with a damn shark, like straight up walking slowly on my 2 fucking fins.
Yeah, I
So
saw it. It was like flop,
no.
flop. I was like, what the fuck? Like I was watching it. Uh-oh, you see what I was looking for? Tactical gear.
I was gonna bring that up, man. There's something with your YouTube page specific because I was watching the review for
Meanwhile,
Major
I'm playing
Blood.
tactical today.
Your Major Blood review was telling me to buy body armor, like level 3A body armor and shit, and telling me it can stop like a fucking Magnum round. Like, damn, what's going on with this man's
What's
page,
going on, Danae? Something you need to tell me? If I tell you, I'd have to kill you. I tell you,
man?
kill you. All right. So, I mean, what would you give it, Kenny? So, what do you give Man Eater?
For me, 5. For anybody else who's not really as much as a shark person as mine, maybe a 4 or a 4.5. Because again, it's a specific type of game. It's like the Grand Theft Auto, Saints Row kind of open world. If you don't like that kind of game, maybe this ain't for you. But if you just want to wander around, fly and swim and fucking be a shark and shit and fight other sea creatures, yeah, this is a fun thing to just fuck around and mess around with for sure.
Yeah, my boy Jeff over here says yes, best deal in gaming. He said Shark Justice.
Oh man, it's fucking
Shark
awesome, dude. I don't know, man. Some just the feeling of being a shark. It's just so goddamn free and just biting motherfuckers in half. And especially when you can fly as a shark. I wish there was an ability to fight airplanes because if folks
Biting your airplane.
yeah, because if folks remember the cinematic classic from Sci-Fi Channel, Mega Shark, there was a scene where there's a guy in air in like a plane, like a regular passenger jet, 757, a big ass jumbo jet. He's flying. He looks out the window on the passenger side seat, and he goes, "Oh shit!" And you see Mega Shark just flying at this damn thing, and it swallows the fucking plane in one gulp. Because Mega Shark was a gigantic shark in this movie. At one point he bites the fucking the San Francisco Golden Gate Bridge in two with a one swell bite. So anything that I can replicate that experience from that movie into a fucking game, which this game kind of lets me do, fly and go on land. This is for folks that love sci-fi channel shark movies, man. This is
Of
that shit.
course, of course,
Yeah, this is
of
that
course.
shit.
All right, so ladies and gentlemen, pick this game up if you're a fan of sharks. High action, very violent and gory, but like as he stated before, a Grand Theft Auto S type feel
Yeah.
to it. Platform is all platforms, just about PlayStation 5, Xbox Series XS, PlayStation 4, Xbox One, Switch, and PC.
You
Number
said it's
of players,
free
1.
on Xbox One, right?
Yeah, actually if you're a Xbox Gold, well, I forgot what it's called, Xbox Game Pass member, or as myself, an Xbox Game Pass Ultimate member, you get the game for free. You get to
Nice.
play the game for free. So when Kenny told me about it, I instantly went and downloaded it. So I'm going to be possibly having game footage or gameplay of that pushed up on Tough Nerd Toys gaming channel and Tough Nerd Toys gaming on Facebook very soon, possibly by tomorrow.
Yeah, that's
Developer is
cool.
Tripwire, publisher is Tripwire, genre is role playing. But I would pretty much say that's an action role playing game because
Yeah.
it's heavily action. Also, you know what? You forgot to mention. I love when they narrate. They pretty much give you how can I call it? they give you the narrator gives you initiative as to why you should be killing and eating
It's
these
very
people.
pro shark, and it's done
Man,
like
it
a
is pro shark. I'm telling you.
it's done
You're
like an
right.
Animal Planet show too. The way they frame it up with the logos at the bottom. They have hashtags for the shit motherfuckers say. It's a fun setup.
The narration alone for that game, along with the visceral shark action, pretty much makes the game a buy for me. And
Yeah,
it
yeah.
was released on May 22nd, 2020 on PlayStation 4, Xbox One, Switch, and PC. And industry rating is mature. So, it's not for kids, especially if you're trying to keep your kids playing Lego stuff and Roblox. Don't get this.
I gotta share something, man. I was reading on the Facebook page for this game when they announced it was finally on Steam because it was an Epic 4 year. Someone had commented, and this made me laugh because the guy said, "I hope this portrays sharks in a positive manner."
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Why don't you just buy the game and you'll see. Buy it.
That motherfucker looking for a different experience, man. This is a violent, gory game where you bite things in two.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
it's brutal. It's brutal because I watched your stream, and ladies and gentlemen, you can go and check out his stream. He has a good like almost 2.5 hours of shark eating footage played via None of Your Business right here. That's your game.
Yeah.
That's your channel. Remember,
Yes,
right?
it is. Yes, it is. None of
Yep,
your
it's
business.
called None of Your Business. Once I sort this out, I'll put some links down below so that you guys and gals can go there and check out his footage of him just eating up people, flying through the air with a shark, walking on land with a shark, and mauling people.
Stalking people with a
Yeah,
shark game. I was very
stalking them.
slow.
It's nowhere. I'm sorry. It's nowhere in hell I wouldn't hear that
I
flop.
know.
You know what I'm saying? I'd have turned around like, what the? But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, the game is called Maneater. Check it out. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I was pleasantly surprised. All right, so cool. I haven't been a real fan of the Resident Evil genre since that remake part 2. Regardless of
Right.
what people say, I really think it was dated. Actually, a lot of people like kicked Resident Evil 3 remake in the butt. I feel as though that game is better than Resident Evil 2 remake. Why do I feel that way? Because I feel as though it's antiquated. It shouldn't be as though a zombie takes 6 to 7, 8 shots in the fucking head and they still keep
Right.
coming at you. When you're playing zombie games, the main thing or the main sweet spot is to get a headshot off on them to watch the head pop.
You hit that
Right or
motherfucker
wrong?
with a
Yes.
shotgun, they wouldn't die. That's
Yeah.
weird.
I have done PC footage. I've done console footage of me playing Resident Evil 2 remake and shooting them point blank in the head and nothing happening to them. What I was told is that I need to learn how to aim, is that Resident Evil games aren't made to where you kill the zombie, you should run past them. I said, no. I said, look at all of my achievements.
Man.
I said, check my achievements before you start talking slick. Every Resident Evil game that I've ever played, I have unlocked everything. Everything. I said, if you haven't ran through director's cut with just a knife, don't talk to me.
I was about to say Resident Evil 4 specifically was action. You can't say
Exactly.
that.
Exactly. What are you talking about? Then you have some people, which I feel as though with those last few games versus this new one, and we're going to get on Resident Evil Village very soon, versus this new one, they would say, "Oh, the shakiness and the wobbly aiming is to add to the horror." I said, "Knock it off, knock it off." I
No.
said, that's poor. That's poor game development. That's lazy and poor game development.
That's just to hide fucking flaws in the graphics. That's all it is, man.
Not to mention, I feel as though if we're going to do a remake of something and we're going to modernize it, instead of you just cutting at the ground, you should be able to do ground executions, like on Dead Space, like on what's that, The Evil Within, like other games that have done the survival horror third person genre. You know what I mean? To me, I feel as though Dead Space took the mantle in certain aspects in terms of survival horror than Resident Evil has. Now, I did enjoy Resident Evil 6. I did enjoy Resident Evil 5 somewhat, but more so 6 and the rest of them I enjoyed. But that remake I did not enjoy. Resident Evil, what was this newest one? Resident Evil 3 remake. I enjoyed it. A lot of people didn't because they didn't understand. Yeah, they could have put more content in it, but a lot of people don't understand that Resident Evil 3 was actually supposed to be an action title anyway. They just sold it to PlayStation, and PlayStation bought it and let them put it out on their console. But Resident Evil 3 was supposed to be an action title anyway. I still go back and play Resident Evil 3. I like the way you can upgrade your weapons. You can get special weapons. It's not hard to unlock things, whatever the case may be, which in turn leads me to Resident Evil Village. Now, the previous one, Resident Evil 7, I enjoyed it, but I didn't like the first person aspect because I felt as though, and no, I'm not a person who can't take change. And once I get into the review of Resident Evil Village, you'll see why I say that. I just felt as though by them going first person, it kind of like, I don't know, it just disenfranchised that niche audience that liked Resident Evil for being an over the shoulder or third person
I like
perspective.
third person. I was gonna say,
Right,
man, it doesn't
right,
feel like Resident
right,
Evil to go first.
right. So, you know, but I wasn't too fond of it. But although the story of Resident Evil 7 was good, it still needed that third person feel for me. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. I'm sorry.
I like to play with my toys and look at them. So
Exactly.
yeah, fuck.
Exactly. I don't want to just see a hand in a gun. I'm just so tired of seeing that because I've seen it mainly all the games now FPS, FPS, FPS. I get tired of just seeing hands and guns. You know what I mean? I want to
Yeah.
see the person. I want to see what my uniform look like, what clothes I got on or whatever. Like, you
Especially
know,
if you can customize your character in the game, it's
right,
almost a waste. Like
right,
I
right.
see this shit
Even
in
if they did
action.
an over the shoulder view with the Resident Evil 7, I would have thought it was better. Now, as far as storyline, Resident Evil 7 was great. The dialogue, absolutely great. Because there's one part in there when you read when the Baker when the Father Baker catches your ass, he'll see you. He'll be like, "You motherfucker," and he'll just grab you. He'll just grab you in the parking lot. No, it's in the garage. He'll be like, there you are, you motherfucker, and he'll just grab you and shit like that. But I put up a post on the Facebook fan page, and I was like, "Look, if I don't get any response from this, I'm not going to order it." So I put up a post, and I was like, "Look, how many of you guys want to see me play Resident Evil Village?" Everybody like, "Yeah, go ahead, do it. Let's try it." Even you, I think you was like, "Just give it a go," right?
Yeah,
I
may as
think,
well.
yeah,
But still.
yeah. So I purchased it, and I will tell you,
What did you buy it on?
I played it on Xbox. I played
Xbox?
it on Xbox because with Xbox, see if I play it on PC, I'm going to be getting headshots all day. I want to see what the real aiming is for the average player that has a controller. You understand what I'm saying? See, PC players will be like, "Oh, it's no problem, man." Yeah, it's no
That's
problem
the
at
thing.
all on
I'm
a PC.
PC, but I control the fuck out because I'm trying to fucking lounge in my couch. So I get
Right,
it. Controllers are the shit to
exactly.
me still.
Everybody doesn't play PC like you and I try to tell
Yeah.
people, like, you know, I want to be able to give an honest review on this game coming from a consumer's perspective that has a console. The majority of people out here have consoles. I love
Yep.
PC, but I mean, a majority of people have consoles. So I purchased it, played around with it. At first, I was like, I'm not gonna like this shit. I'm not. Oh wait, okay. Then I was playing it some more. Okay, and you, for some apparent reason, I am loving this game. Storyline was great. Now, Resident Evil Village it's on all platforms. It's on PlayStation 5, Xbox Series XS, PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and PC. Number of players, one, Capcom developer and publisher. It's an action title, but I would call it. That's another thing, too. I noticed they don't like saying survival horror anymore.
Huh. What would they
You'll see a lot
classify?
of
Just
games they want that
action?
with survival horror are no longer survival horror. They'll just put them under the action adventure. They don't say survival horror no more. It was released on May 7, 2021. Industry rating is mature. I will say this game is great from beginning till end. You became attached to certain characters on there. I mean, it's just a great experience. It was a great experience from beginning till end. And even with it being in first person, I wasn't disappointed with the game. At first, I did not like the game. Please pardon the tactical gear over there.
Of course. Your algorithm looks like it's just as fucked as mine.
Yeah. I mean, like the storyline would have been great. This would have been even better if it was in third person. Even better. For me to like a first person game like this, it's good. It's good because I'm not too fond of first person shooters. Everybody loves Lady Dimitrescu. I love her. I love her. I want her to catch me, but I don't want her to hurt me. I want to get caught, but I don't want to get hurt. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
The
yeah.
characters all had believable personalities. It wasn't like the guy right here, Heisenberg. He's pretty much all right. Let me give you the premise of this. This pretty much gives answers or gives scientific logic and reasoning to the reason why there's a Frankenstein, werewolves, vampires, and other creatures of Western horror. It worked. It really, really worked. Heisenberg he's your Frankenstein. All right. Lady Dimitrescu, she's your vampire. Moreau is your merman. Who
Oh,
else
they
did?
went Universal Classic with it, huh?
Right, right, but it works, Kenny. When you catch this game on sale, pick it up. You'll see what I'm talking
Yeah,
about.
yeah, there's already third person mods because I'll be playing as third person initially.
Absolutely,
Yeah,
absolutely. I'm gonna get this for PC when it goes down in price, and I'll definitely put the third person mod on it because that's the only way to play Resident Evil for me. I'm sorry. I like to
I
see my character. I like to see the weapons on my back, so on and so forth.
just want to play
But
my toys. That's all.
exactly, exactly, absolutely. But this game, the story, the writing, the dialogue was absolutely amazing. And believe it or not, the aiming is much better now.
Nice. That's
Much
good.
better, much better. And you really feel the impact of upgrading your guns. Where like before, they'd be like, yeah, use this, and the other. And you use it, you'd be like, Remember last time I used a trainer on Resident Evil, what was that, 2 remake?
Yeah.
And the way the guns should hit is the way they were hitting with the trainer because I had to tone down
Hmm.
certain things because they had when you start using trainers, ladies and gentlemen, you start seeing that a lot of flaws that are in video games. Yeah, you get the cheat, but you start seeing a lot of flaws that they or like rush products, rush things that they allowed to just push through because they
Yep.
wanted to sell the game quickly. You know what I mean? Which is the reason why I'm no longer playing Outright, is because as much as I love that game, and not switching gears or anything like that, as much as I love that game, they need to get that game together. It's full of bugs, it's full of glitches and everything like that. They did every time they fix something, something else gets broken. And I was really enjoying Outriders. But back to Resident Evil Village, it is a game to play. It is full of personality, full of character. You feel invested. There are some very, very scary. Well, I would say there's a very scary moment when you end up going to the house of I forgot the house of it's the house with the dolls in it. It gets creepy in there and it gets real scary because all your weapons get snatched from you and you got to run through there.
Yeah.
And I don't like being unequipped. You know what I'm saying?
I
Because
saw
at
the
first,
game has some decent weapons for unlockables. I saw even you
oh
had your
yes,
own
yes they do,
lightsaber and
and the
shit.
guns hit. The guns hit.
Nice.
And I will also give you guys this tip: if you're going to play this game, which I'm starting to learn this, like because before it was always a ego thing with me. I would always either play the game on normal or hard or whatever the case may be. Run through the first time on casual. They're going to give you a crap ton of guns and perks and everything. Then go play the game on normal. You're melting people from the guns you got from playing it on casual. They gave me this magnum that literally I beat a boss. I beat a boss in less than what was it? I would say like a boss in less than like 10 minutes. Melted them.
Huh. That's
Melted them
good.
with these.
That's good, as guns should do.
Listen, the guns that you get, you feel the power behind them. If you go back to a lesser gun, you can feel the difference in every gun. So yes, I give Capcom kudos and I give them accolades for making this game. I didn't think I was gonna like it. I'm still playing it. When I finish here, I'm gonna go in there and play some more, play through it again. And ladies and gentlemen, I do have some gameplay footage up on the Tough Nerd Toys gaming channel on YouTube and on the Facebook page. So be sure to like and subscribe on there. Go over there and check us out. But man, the character models are absolutely beautiful. They go from grotesque to gothic gorgeous. You know what I mean? There are videos out there of the women who portrayed the villains and the creatures on here and stuff like that. The monster models are through the roof. Now, as you go further along, sometimes when you kill two of the same creatures that are standing next to each other, they fall down in the same animation and wriggle and writhe the same way. But, everything can't be perfect. But as a whole, this game is solid, Kenny.
Yeah,
This
game
game
looks
is
pretty. It looks
solid.
nice.
It is solid. I wasn't digging it at first. Well, like if she comes after you, because when you go into her the Castle Dimitrescu, when she starts following you, if you shoot in the face, you'll see her jerk her head back and then she'll look at you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They did good character models on here. I just wish they had done it in third person, and I would give this a solid 5. But for right now, I'm having fun with it. You run through it, you feel like you're earning, like you don't feel like you're just wasting your time because when you do upgrade something, you can upgrade it one time, and you'll feel the difference in you killing enemies. You know what I mean?
Yeah. The
You
fucking
can.
hands, her hands remind me of fucking you remember Warblade from fucking Wildcats in the
It was
90s?
like a Freddy Krueger glove at first.
Yeah.
And the story that goes on with Ethan Winters is actually like you like by the time you make it to the end, you be like, damn.
Oh, I saw the ending already. I saw the
Yeah,
cinematic and shit.
man.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to kill it for anybody, but that ending is messed up when you essentially look at it like he he's he was dead really in a way the whole time.
Yeah, for sure.
He was just dying slow. That's all. And he's one of them. He's one of them. You know? But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, pick it up. If you don't want to play it full price now, wait till it comes down in price. But if you want a good gaming, a good action survival horror experience that'll keep you going, pick this up. Every time you play it, every time you play it or you pretty much like upgrade a gun, you will see the difference. You feel
Nice.
confident with your weapons, which is the way it should be in any Resident Evil game. Because I know in Resident Evil 1 and 2 and 3, when I acquired certain weapons, that was it. When I acquired that infinite rocket launcher in Resident Evil 1, that was it. In part 2, when I got like the super hand cannon and all that other stuff, that was it.
That Desert Eagle, boy.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. And on here, as you upgrade your guns, you feel the difference. You will run into this guy called the Duke on there. And I love the way like they added a bit of quirkiness within the or weirdness within the lore, within what's going on in the Resident Evil universe and stuff. Because this big guy on there, which is like merchant from Resident Evil 4, and he makes references that he does know that guy. Because he'll every now and then when you run into him, he's this real big, fat, obese guy. And he'll be like, "What you boy?" And he was like, "Don't mind me. It's just from a friend I knew." Like that. I was like, "Oh shit." Like he brought him up. But you come to find out this guy, Duke, for some reason, he has a vested interest in helping you. I guess we won't find out maybe until the next game or DLC or whatever the case may be. But it is a good, solid game. I haven't put it down. I have not put it down. So I mean, like, out of five nerd pins, I would give it I give it a 4. Now, if it was in third person, Lord, man, it would have been over. It would have been over. It would have been over. I would have loved it. I would have absolutely loved it, man. So I mean, like, that's it for Resident Evil Village, the review I have for that. It's very good. It's very good. Now, I did play this game called Knockout City, and I actually like it because it reminds me of Power Stone. I've been trying to get other people to play with me. My nephews and such are going to be playing with me. Now, it's basically like one of those, for right now, it's a free-to-play game. It's on all platforms, Xbox, PlayStation 4, Xbox One, Switch, and PC. And it's by Velen Studios on Electronic Arts.
Wow.
It's like a brawler. It's like a brawler. No, it's not like what do you call that? It's not like what do you call that game? It's not like that Fortnite jump. It's literally like Power Stone. It's like Power Stone. That's why, in a way, I gravitated towards it.
Can you
When
like
upon
transform and shit in
upon
there?
seeing it released. What's up?
Can you transform like in Power Stone?
No, 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 no. But you can catch balls and whack people over the head with it, send them flying, throw explosive balls at them and stuff like that.
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now on Steam. Oh, that's pretty cool.
It's fun. It's fun.
Oh,
It's fun. It's not for everybody, but I'm definitely enjoying it. I've been playing it by myself and playing with other people and stuff like that. And you definitely have to play like a team on this game. So, be on the lookout. I'm going to upload some gameplay of this right here.
how is it on Xbox when motherfuckers don't talk?
Oh, man. No, I actually find people that talk,
No, nice.
especially after I whap them in the head a couple of times with a ball. So they be like, oh, yeah. You can charge up the ball and hit them with an extra fast ball. You can lob. Say like you got a person that likes to catch balls from you. You can lob it up in the head, hit him in the top of the head and stuff like that. I love it. And of course, it's gonna be the old like metrosexual stuff going on, but you can dress your character up how you want to. So I mean, like, Knockout City's real good. Knockout City, real good, man. So I mean, I think that covered up just about everything. I saw a couple of like things in the toy circuit that I was looking up. What was that? I was looking at. It was a few things I was looking up. Let me see. I saw where is it at? Over here over here at Toy Wizards, my people over at Toy Wizards, they got a couple of things. Look at this Robotech Mespiata Invid right here, bro.
Oh, nice, dude. I always love the crabs.
Mm-hmm. Do you remember the Robotech story? Not the Macross one. The Robotech story where they made this guy called Dusty Air?
Was this Sentinel?
Nah, Dusty Air. He was like this cyborg that they experimented on, and he was running through the wasteland, killing people.
No, it sounds fresh. Was it animated or was it one of the comics?
It was animated. It was animated. See, I'm telling you, when I was coming up, Kenny, they used to
Which
show a lot of
which season
violent
was this?
shit.
Because I saw all three seasons of Robotech. Which
Yeah,
episode?
you had to see Dusty Airs.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I did. Because was it in the Mospedia season or the?
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Yep.
yeah, yeah. I'll go back to it.
He shot that, and like that was back when they were showing blood. Like when I was coming up, they showed blood because it was. I never forget it. It was like, so you're Dusty Airs. I heard you, and he just started shooting everybody off their mech bikes and shit. You
Oh, that
just saw
purple
blood
one.
everywhere.
That one's hot right there. Purple
Yes,
one.
it is.
Yeah, man.
That design is beautiful. Look at that.
That's not bad. 50 for that. Shit.
Yeah, that's not
I always
bad at
love the way
all.
those looks, man. Those are always one of my favorite designs. Just the overall symmetry of it. And
Mm-hmm. I've always liked the pudgy crab look to him. You know
yeah,
what I mean?
the single little eyepiece in the front.
You're
Yeah,
right, right.
that's the shit. It's an awesome look. Invid Scout 148, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
That's not bad. $44 is not bad, and it's posable too.
Not at all. That's pretty
That's
good.
not bad at all, bro. That's not bad at all. What's this? For some reason, I'm not interested in these right here, man. I'm really not. First off, I never really liked the Age of Apocalypse. I'm gonna be honest with you. Even though I read the books, I didn't like. Put it like this: once it was over with, that was enough. I didn't want to see him anymore. Yeah, this
That's
is
no Joe Mad art, but if it ain't Joe Mad doing art, it looks
no, no,
see, these aren't stylized like Joe Mad's art. They look like
nope.
almost standard anime look that he used to put into it.
It sounds like you're far away, bro.
All right, is that better?
Much better, much
Yeah.
better. Now this right here, I would get Legion because I never had a Legion figure. I get Legion,
I
but
keep seeing motherfuckers talking about customizing him in a kid and play and every fucking
yeah, that was Professor X, insane son
But you
who was
know, damn.
autistic.
Look, I'll tell you what though. Look at that body. Change the head. That's Rick Taylor, old school Rick Taylor.
Yeah, you're right.
It's just a blue jumpsuit with no shoes on or nothing.
You're
That's
right.
Rick Taylor.
Oh, this looks horrible. Wait, this is the same mold as before. This is old.
They just put spiky shit on it. That's all.
No, it's one. I'll show it to you tomorrow.
Is
I
that the
have
same
this one.
figure?
All he did was change the head. That's it.
Is that translucent or is that just a paint
Yeah,
job?
it's translucent. Yep. See, this is what I'll be saying about the Marvel Legends, man. I picking before I used to get whole sets. I don't even get whole sets no more. I
They
only
look cheap
want
now, man. A lot of these just look cheap.
yeah, like look at this. This looks hard. At least put it in a pose to make it alluring.
Yo, that looks bad. I mean,
It
the
does.
other figure looks all right, I guess, but looks like it needs a wash.
It
Man,
does.
there's something about. I remember reading before the reason for the lack of details or paint on this is just so they can afford to put in a build a figure
Right, right.
option, and that
Now
that
they
really is
tried to
fucking
put they
up.
tried to put a little wash on him if you look real good.
Oh yeah, but will the actual toy come out? Because sometimes the photos look hot,
Exactly. The photos
and,
be straight bull.
and then when you get the actual toy, there's no wash or nothing on it.
I still say the best saber tooth that I've had thus far is the Marvel Select one.
I was gonna say yeah, that diamond collectibles
Mm-hmm.
that was the best one for
That
sure.
was the best saber tooth, and it fits in scale with the Marvel Legends. Yeah, I wasn't a big fan of these. Yeah, and then using those
I never
ugly
really.
feet again. I can tell you, this is a whole this whole kit right here.
Is
This
that the
whole it's
Sentry
a
body
reuse,
again?
huh?
Is that the Sentry body again?
No, that's not the Sentry body. That's
You
what's
got
the
them
name
you got
body?
them cankles though, man. That
Yeah,
damn. Somebody's taking an anatomy class, yo. Who has cankles that big?
yeah. I don't like these figures right here. I don't like them at all. I don't like them. Nope. I'm
Yeah,
not even
he
gonna look
looks
at them.
wild.
These
He
are
does look
ugly.
wild.
These are ugly. I don't even
He
want
looks
them, bro.
alright, but he looks like there's no detail on his pants at all, like no shading whatsoever.
This Kyoto though. What
Yeah,
you think?
I'm liking it, man. That's just the poses you can pull off that thing is
Yeah.
crazy.
This from the Red Hood.
I used the Red Hood version for that.
Mm-hmm.
Of getting it.
Yeah, I like this pose right here.
I like this Forza game too.
Yeah.
Also, yeah, that's clean.
It's from Arkham Knight.
That was one of the better games in the series too.
Absolutely.
Sure.
Absolutely. Extremely adult themed. Loved it.
Yeah,
Do you know I beat the game, but I never. All right, put it like this: I'm at the end of the game, but I don't feel like finding all those Riddler tokens.
I'm kind of halfway through the game, and I'm feeling the same way also.
I don't want to look for all those Riddler tokens. I don't. They're all over that city, and they're not. Some of them are not easy to get to.
Are crazy.
Yes, yes, indeed.
Hand up, that's nice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man, that's the business right there.
He's a beautiful man. Beautiful.
You know, and Kyoto does it all. With
Look at that. Look at that. That pose is sweet. And his foot is bent.
That's the shit.
That shit is nice.
Kneel with the hand up, man.
Yeah.
Folks don't understand how hard that is to pull off with your regular ass figure.
And, man, you be sometimes you gotta like bend stuff and like hope it don't break to get. Yeah, like these are some nice poses they got going on with him, man. When is the release date for this guy? Is he out already?
Damn, that's nice. Wait till you fuck with that cable though, man.
It ships in October. It's $100.
That's not bad for the price.
Yeah. Cool. For it to be,
these aren't for kids at
like
all.
17 inches. I mean, 7 inches.
These are way too much engineering to be for kids. Period.
Yeah. These are for, like, you know.
How they do these.
I have no interest in these construct mega master universe. I want those what's the names?
This is Spider-Man. That's not bad. I always like that design. 209.
Yeah, me too.
That's got to be a reuse of something else. So I know that already exists.
Reuse of Spider-Man. Pizza Time Spider-Man.
Yeah.
But I like when they give the Spider-Man flat feet like that. I don't want them to, because they at one point they would just give him like these shoes. They would get putting all these shoes on these Marvel Legends and stuff like that.
Like details that shouldn't be there and shit.
That shoe you saw on that Cyclops I just showed you a little while ago.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And they're using the classic packaging too, from like the 90s.
That looks good in that package. Look at it. Look how dark the blue is with that red playing off it. That's pretty nice looking.
Right.
But it's always a question of what the shit does this look like in person, because the pictures are just a lie most damn times.
I don't know. Were you ever into the Jurassic Park stuff?
Not really, man, because I always figure it's a toy line with dinosaurs or regular ass looking people.
That's what I'm saying.
I really had no need for it.
You just like me. My dude's got to have some type of military or some super or cybernetic parts or something like that. Like
same with, if you're gonna give me dinosaurs in armor with like riders and shit with weapons. Give me dino riders. That's what they should have done with this shit. Reuse your shit, make dino riders, because there's mercenaries with guns and mutants. I get the allure.
Sad part about it is I know some Asian designers that can make this into an action figure. They got action figure work that look just like this.
And that's a Mac kit. Those are expensive as a motherfucker.
Yes, they are. Yes, they are. They are expensive. Let me see.
Yeah, you know, a lot of times those are mixed media.
They want $575, bro.
No, you can get like a Hot Toys looking one that's way just detailed as fuck. You can't see shit like that.
Oh yeah.
That kills me about statues, because once you get it and you put it down, there's really nothing else to do with it.
That's it.
You better love that pose that shit's in, because that's all you getting it in.
Then if somebody drop it or bump into it and chip it, that's
my god. Yeah. Good luck getting the goddamn glue for that.
Yeah, man.
Because that what is it? That cold pressed porcelain they use sometimes.
Yeah.
It's really fragile. Gotta break out the loctite.
Start chipping.
Yeah, on the paint for sure.
Yeah. But it is some nice detail on this, I will say. It's beautiful.
That's a shame to think that is, because the paint you mentioned is really fucking flaky once it touches ceramics.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Like the edges of shit will start to get that white on it.
Right.
Oh man, that's hard to know that this shit.
And the thing is, it's like if you ever get a stain on this, you better figure out some way to like pat it off or whatever, little by little, and hope that paint don't lift with it.
Oh yeah, because ceramics are porous; they'll capture it and hold everything.
Yes, they will. But this is beautiful. What is
that? Looks nice.
This is the Tweeterhead, the Joker, 6 scale. Yeah, these things are expensive. Hey,
When you
expensive.
start talking Macet, you're talking money.
Oh yeah. Oh
That
yeah.
mixed media shit.
Oh yeah. What's this? Mega Man Rise will arrive to North America physically for the Sega. What is this? Action figure?
Sega Genesis Drive, Mega Drive. What?
Mm-hmm.
Is that a new game?
I don't know. Hold
First
on.
time, because it says first time on the Sega Genesis / Mega Drive. That can't be. Unless you're like in Brazil where they still make brand new Sega games, apparently.
Yeah. Nah, it's like a okay. A beloved classic in the gaming industry comes blasting on Sega Genesis from retro gaming
It
industry.
is a game.
It is, yep.
Yeah.
Retro Bit Playing has become known for its quality collector sets of rare and unattainable games that are made available where they have never been released. In early 2019, Retro Bit announced a lineup of rare games in this pipeline to be released under their publishing arm. Perhaps one of the most sought after and cherished ones was Mega Man: The Wily Wars. Yeah, that was the. I think that was the
Wow.
fighter one, wasn't it? Is
Wow.
it
Yeah.
the fighter? Do you remember that one? It was a Mega Man game that where like you were like it was like a Street Fighter type.
Yeah. I remember that. Yeah. Yeah. This ain't it though, is it?
No,
Wily Wars.
cartridge.
Damn. Every game had a. I remember Double Dragon even had a fighting game back in the day on fucking Neo Geo.
Wow. So I mean,
That's crazy. Huh?
Yeah.
A brand new Sega game getting pressed out in this day and age. Look at that. That's a straight up package and a cartridge.
Yeah, I like the way it's on a translucent cartridge too,
Yeah.
with a little bit of glitter on it and stuff. Certificate of Authenticity, Mega Man: The Wily Wars Collector's Edition. Oh wow, and they're putting out certain amounts. It's limited.
That's cool. I like the box. I like the old school grid work at the bottom, that black and white grid. Yeah, that's how you know it's a Sega game for sure.
Yep, absolutely.
Interesting. You don't see any Sega marks on it. Just a Capcom cartridge.
Wily.
Fucking nice.
Man.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's not bad at all.
That's cool to see, man. I like that shit.
Yeah, not bad at all.
There was no Sega marks though, so I guess Sega doesn't want anything to do with producing that shit officially.
I have no interest in these Motu Origins. I don't like them at all. I don't want them. Anything that represents the old shit, the way the old shit. I don't want.
How you feeling about the new shit though? That's also
love it. The what's that? The Evolution. What is it called?
The new cartoon.
Yeah. Well, I haven't seen
the figures.
The figures look good. He-Man looks good. Skeletor looks good. Evil Lyn, I'll just like I don't care. You know what I'm saying?
That's a weird Evil Lyn, man. They gave that bitch a raincoat.
I'm not even gonna lie. It does look weird, but I mean, I don't like these Motu Origins figures. Like you go to Walmart and stuff like that. The stuff just be sitting there.
So these literally are just the old ones with new articulation added, huh?
Oh, they added some newer stuff. Like head sculpts are different. They got knees.
You know, I wish they would have did this routine, but for the damn 2000X figures.
Me too.
Articulate those. Shit, there was a group of the Staction figures they had for those that would have been great.
NECA did. Yep.
Yeah, I wanted to see those get articulated.
And definitely, ladies and gentlemen, if you ever want to check this out, it's called Toy Wizards, toy-wizards.com. It's headed by a good friend of mine, Lauren Stone and Scott Zillner. They review action figures. They have a YouTube channel as well. But yeah, over here we got some and Transformers. I don't want none of that stuff, man. If it's not Masterpiece or third party, I don't want. Wait, what's this? Godzilla.
Oh, that's my favorite version too, with the gnarly spikes to 2000
limited edition. Oh,
I already saw that. That's like $300 some on a Big Bad Toy Store. I was looking at it already.
Yeah, it is retailing for $300. You're right. It's beautiful though.
That's my favorite version too. I love that 2000 look.
Yeah, I would have loved it if it was like a figure though. Even though I have a figure.
Yeah,
I have a figure of this. I have a figure of that Godzilla.
You got the figure arts of that.
Godzillas too. I had a bunch of Godzillas. I love kaiju's and shit like that.
I just really want someone to make a gigantic articulated one. Just one of the huge,
right.
You know, like a 30-inch one that can actually move around. You can open his jaws and shit. Why hasn't anyone done that yet?
Yeah. Oh, you know, on the fan page, I had posted this right here that they're doing the Transformers the movie 35th anniversary.
Oh, nice. Steelbook, awesome.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Is that a 4K remaster? Yep, it is.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
But what they should do is include the deleted footage. That's what they should do. If they really new feature length storyboards including deleted, alternated, and
Oh,
extended.
nice.
That's it. I
Oh,
gotta
there.
get this.
That's fresh.
That's
Just in
that
time
is
because I'm getting a Blu-ray drive in my PC, so perfect
absolutely,
shit.
absolutely. New Fathom Events 30th anniversary featurette, including Stan Bush's acoustic performance of the Touch and Dare to All of One, audio commentary with the director Nelson Shin, story consultant Flint Deli, and stars Susan Blue. The Death of Optimus Prime, the cast on. Yeah, I gotta get this. This right here. No, where's it at? New feature length storyboards, including deleted, alternate, and extended sequences. Because I was telling people there were scenes in there where, like, if you see when there were scenes that they cut out where because that movie was going to be very, very violent. Even though it was robots in it, it was violent. Even with the release that came out, the theatrical release, it was still violent. Because if you remember the part when you see Megatron turn around and say, "No, I'll crush you with my bare hands."
Right.
Prime had just finished face planting Dirge, and you saw like all his shit come apart. You know what I mean? And then when you see Megatron turn away and turn towards him, he was watching Devastator kill other Autobots in that area. He killed Red Alert. He killed Red Alert. He killed a bunch of them motherfuckers in there.
You know, I had the 80s VHS tape, the original, like the first press of that. It felt like that shit was violent, right?
Yeah,
that shit felt like it was longer and it was violent than what I saw.
Was. As it went along, they started editing and taking stuff out, like a lot of the curse words they would take out.
I remember the word shit was straight up in there at one point.
Yeah, they said it twice.
Correctly. Yeah.
They said it twice. He said, "Oh shit, we're being sucked into it."
Yeah.
Like that, remember?
Yeah, I definitely remember my VHS tape being substantially more gory than what was online.
Oh yeah.
Sure.
It was violent. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen,
that's cool.
We're not gonna keep it too much longer. But yeah, we gotta get this. I gotta get this Transforming the movie 35th anniversary.
I don't see that steelbook looks like, because I'm a big fan of just the steelbook itself.
Me too.
With embossing and all that shit, that'd be nice.
Yeah, it's coming out in August 3rd, 2021. One thing I like about Shout is that they were keeping the 80s alive during the early 2000s and 90s, man.
Yeah.
They was bringing out stuff on DVD and VHS. I was like, man. I used
you
to
know what I was gonna say, dude? I missed that era of going to Suncoast and shit.
You ain't the only one, brother.
There's not like just browsing through the DVDs at a Suncoast or a fucking FYE or any of that shit, man.
Right. I agree. Yeah, I agree. I totally agree. So, I mean, Kenny, anything you want to add?
Nah, man. I think we're good. Had a good episode.
Mm-hmm. Well, again, ladies and gentlemen, I know y'all got tired of seeing my face today, but I had to put something out there. I did a little segment today, did something as a test run called Payload Delivered. You know what I'm saying? Payload Delivered, Package Secured. Well, I'm basically going to open up the boxes of the things that I've gotten, and so that you can have an idea of what I'm going to be reviewing soon. So, just trying to give you guys a little bit closer look at Tough Nerd Toys, what we're all about, how we're really into this. We're not just newcomers to this or anything like that. Some
nice goodies in the mail too. I saw, man.
Oh yeah,
nice shit.
Oh yeah, man. I already told you this right here that you put me on, bro. Why you do that? Why you do that?
Just wait till you start posing him, man, and just standing back and look at his ass. That's a crazy
I did think he was going to be a little bit taller, though. I thought he was going to be a bit taller.
Well, he's put him next to Marvel Legend. He's up there.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah,
is he taller than the Marvel? Because in the comic books, he's a big guy.
The picture I saw originally because I don't have a Marvel Legend cable for scale, but he looked like he was pretty much just a little bit taller head to head wise than the Marvel Legend cable. It was the Marvel Legend cable with the tan chest armor piece.
Right.
And they scaled him too.
But this one I do like. This is the one from Marvel vs. Capcom.
I'm loving the guns on it. One of my personal favorites is how you can configure the guns in multiple ways. Like turn them into one gigantic gun. You have two, a submachine gun, a damn shotgun with a drum barrel.
I love all this Asian.
The packaging. The packaging's nuts on those Revoltech toys, man. There's all kinds of crazy English on them, too.
Yeah. Just shut up. Just shut up. What did he say? Not with the space-time continuum corrupted the way it is. All reality is in complete disarray. We could very definitely die here.
They just pull random quotes on the boxes, yo. That's the funny thing about any.
That's something people would say. What's
But
that?
if you buy the Deathstroke or the War Machine, that's just what they do. It's like they go through the comics and they pick random phrases from the books and just stamp them on the box without any context whatsoever.
That's for family.
Yeah.
That's for family. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, I think that's enough for this show right here tonight. I hope you guys and gals enjoyed it. Be sure to check out Tough Nerd Toys on Facebook, YouTube. Check out Tough Nerd Toys Gaming on YouTube. We're trying to build that channel up. Definitely go to the fan page. Check us out. Holla at us. We put daily news up there, reviews, all that stuff, man. We got it up there for you. Definitely, but definitely go check out Tough Nerd Toys on YouTube and check out Tough Nerd Toys Gaming on YouTube. Like, comment, and subscribe.
Yeah,
Leave some comments. Let us know. Hit the notification bell so you know when we go live and when we upload, so y'all could be on the cusp of things. If you ever want to donate to the channel, please do, because we so hungry. We don't got nothing to eat. But we come and bring you a show regardless. Hungry. Well,
yeah. Says about them eat more ramen and hot dogs.
yeah, ramen and hot dogs been keeping me alive for a minute. I'll be all right till the diabetes and the
Not
hot
even the good hot dogs. You gotta get them budget bar ass ones.
Yeah, right.
The $1 a pack joints.
Yeah, the ones that just turn like it's just made from anything.
It don't feel like meat. It's just slime that was shaped up into a hot dog and you cook it up.
Right. Worse than the raw McDonald's burger.
The best. Nothing but the best.
Yep. So, ladies and gentlemen, anything you want to throw their way, Kenny? Tell them where they can find you at, brother.
King_Patriarch. All kinds of fun pictures from action figures and toys, the weed and the weapons and broken, fucked up gloves and a ballistic face mask with by now all kinds of dings and scratches. Gotta have fun in them. So yeah, hit me up on that Instagram, on my YouTube, at None Your Business. Using again, I just streamed Maneater. Maybe I'll stream something else, maybe today or something, because there's a bunch of demos I downloaded off Steam to fuck around with, like all kinds of indie games and shit to mess around with. So yeah, all over there.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, you can catch me on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, everywhere. But just go there, say hello, chop it up, whatever you want to do. If you ever want to be a guest on the show, let us know. We'll send you a link. You come on through, chop it up. Let us see your collection. Let us talk. Whatever you want to do. And again, we have an adult themed show popping up on OnlyFans that it will be open for a while, for a short period of time, to let some people in. And after that, we're going to close it. Now, the adult themed show is nothing about toys. It's about adult subjects, topics, situations, a little bit of politics, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. So you can come through. Come through. So when I open the door, come in as fast as you can before I start charging for it. All right?
OnlyFans for sure, man. Shout out to OnlyFans where somebody's grandmother paid me to spin my dick around in a circle.
Oh. Come on, baby. Come on, do it like that.
That bitch bought me an action figure. Thanks, sweetie.
Come on, I want to see you moving like Aura. Like Aura used to do. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're about to dock the ship. We're about to go back to the Photon headquarters because we always steal a shuttle to get away from there. We're about to dock the ship, and we're going to go our separate ways. Kenny, we both walk out the ship. We don't speak to each other. We just walk away.
Just like in a diner.
All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, we hope you enjoyed the show. Have a great holiday. Please be safe. Tell your loved ones you love them. Tell people you love them. We love you guys over here. Thank you for spending the time with us, and have a great evening. Take care.
Bye, everybody.